100 Daily Skills, Book 1, skill number 88, survive an attempted drowning. So, the first thing is you have to determine what you're in. Are you in freshwater or saltwater? In saltwater, you're gonna float far better than you are in freshwater. So, in freshwater, you wanna practice, because that's the worst case scenario. With your hands tied behind your back, your ankles tied together, can be, it's optional. The first thing you wanna practice is the bounce, the bottom bounce. It's basically bobbing. You're controlling how you breathe with a cadence of sinking to the bottom, pushing off the bottom, and going up. It's important to note that you have to determine what the depth is, and if there's a point where there is no bottom, then obviously you're not going to do this technique. So if you can see the bottom, this is a great technique, but you've got to relax, you've got to remain calm. And the whole idea is to fill up your lungs as you approach the surface, and then in order to get yourself to sink, you're going to exhale. And so you're turning into normal breathing, and at the same time remaining calm and getting into a cadence, pushing off the bottom up to the surface. And once you get to the surface, you're taking in a nice deep breath, and as soon as you start to sink again, then you're letting it all out. Before you know it, you'll just start to go up and down, and this is a good way to survive. It's energy free. It becomes almost relaxing once you get past the fact that you're tied up and you're about to drown. The next technique really relies on, once again, keeping more air in your body for the longest period of time as you can, and then when it's time to let it out and inhale, you have to make it quick. So you're floating on your back, and you're going to take in a deep breath, you're going to fill up those lungs, and hold. And you'll notice your whole body will lift out of the water as long as you're relaxed, remain calm. Then, when it's time, you're going to let all that air, you're going to exhale very quickly, take in another deep breath so that your body remains at the surface. The third way is from more of a prone position where you're on your stomach. And the idea is to maintain as much air in your body for as long as you can, and then lift your head out of the water, exhale, inhale, and back to relaxed posture again. Trying to get your whole body horizontal. A lot of times it's easy to get your torso up and then your legs may just hang. But your spine and your head work hand in hand along with your tailbone. So you always want to try and drive your tailbone up out of the water so that you actually float. When you're on your back, it's kind of the same thing. You want to drive your pelvis up, keep those lungs full of air, and you will just float. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the goal is if you're tied up and you're in the water, you have to remain calm, you have to breathe, and you have to get into a cadence with whichever technique you are using. And don't be making fun of my hair. I'm retired, I can do whatever I want.